It is the history of that Tottenham. It is the history of that Tottenham. Spurs being Spursy. Man, only Tottenham. Only Tottenham will be 2-0 up at about probably 75 minutes and lose the game on penalties. Only Spurs, man. Man, that team, they need prayer. Oh. Fasting and prayer. Redeem camp. Shiloh. All of the above. Any revival that you think, you people, if you're a sports fan, you are Nigerian. I pity you. You need deliverance. That thing, man. That thing. I was ready. I was ready to banter this other London club that wear red. They know themselves. I was ready to banter them. This nonsense club going to go and ruin it all for me. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, welcome to the Goal Line Conversations TV. This is where football passion meets real talk. If you're new, subscribe. If you're a new channel user that are not subscribed, please subscribe. Drop your comments and your thought about the Champions League, well, not Champions League, the Super Cup final that just took place between PSG versus Spurs. Honestly speaking, if I'm being honest, just is fresh reaction because I watched the game. Uh, PSG did not deserve that. They did not deserve that trophy at all. But that's the thing about it. Only people who have champions mentality know when not to give up. Honestly speaking, I was watching that game probably about like 82 or 83 minutes. I was like, man, turn this thing off, man. I was going to just turn it off and then go and get to some things I wanted to get through. But I was like, yeah, let me watch it throughout. Let me watch it through. Let's give it. Let's see how the day goes, how the game goes, and then basically we're trying at least let me not speak out of turn, especially when I'm reacting to the game. But honestly speaking, PSG looks so rusty. They look traumatized, and I wonder why they look traumatized. You know why they're traumatized, right? You know why they're traumatized. One London team that wears blue, we know ourselves, right? We know ourselves right here. One London team that wears blue beats them black and blue like they stole somebody's purse from the market. The only London team to beat them when it mattered. I'm giving you a recap. They look battered. They look they look out of themselves. But I think somebody in that PSG bench said, "Wait a minute, we are playing Spurs. Spursy. We don't need to do anything. We just need to play ball." And I think probably at the 80, 85 minutes, PSG actually started playing ball. Honestly speaking, Dembele, you are lucky. Oh. You are very, very lucky because I was going to revoke your Ballon d'Or nomination very quickly. Your point tally was almost going to the second that second position. I was going to give it to Rafinha, but luckily you at least you turned up when it mattered. Unlike some other people that we know, we are not mentioning names. Like a star player who is dependent on decided to give his team the vital cross that led to the equalizer. So honestly speaking, I think PSG also. I think I was looking at what if they've had any preseason, and I think before that, before the Super Cup, they have actually not played any preseason at all, which is very strange for me. But they play in the Farmers League, and you can understand they don't really need to do much to win in their Farmers League. What they need to be worried about is how they retain the UEFA League trophy, so Champions League trophy. So you can see why they didn't really like bother because to them, whether they have a full squad, whether they have really warmed up or not, that League One they basically own it. They win it with their eyes closed. There's nobody that competes with them. But honestly speaking, kudos to big shout out to Thomas Frank for the Spurs team. He set them up well defensively. I honestly felt like he this is one of the biggest lessons for him, especially as a new manager playing in Europe for the first time. That's how you know it's a coach with experience and a coach without experience. You have to be locked in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many goals you think you are ahead of. You are ahead. Like for example, you're seeing Barcelona versus PSG. The remontanda. PSG, Barcelona coming back to coming down to win the game. Very late game. So sometimes some of these things come with experience, and this is one of the biggest lessons for Thomas Frank, for him to learn as a coach who is playing in Europe for the first time. You now know what it's like when they say that Champions League is not for the European competition is not for the faint-hearted. You have to be locked in 100%. I think some of the substitutions that he made, I was baffled by them, but at the same time I understood. I honestly speaking, I would not have taken Kudus out, but I understand that you don't want Kudus to be injured because you want more legs. But I'll have kept Kudus there at least to keep that to continue to give threat up front, because the moment Tottenham lacked any threat going forward, PSG was like, then we can overcommit players, our defensive players can overlap, because there was nothing they had to worry about. So, but great shout out to Thomas Frank for just set pieces. Those set pieces, man, you find a way to undo PSG, and I hope other teams are taking note. Arsenal, take note how to beat PSG if you want to actually beat them, but don't do the thing that Spurs did at the end. But anyway, congratulations to PSG. That's what the champions. That's what the champion mentality is. Never count yourself out. Always just keep pushing, and that's what they did. They kept pushing. They came back, and they ended up winning on penalties. And that your goalkeeper PSG, I don't. That boy is sus, hella sus. That one you cannot justify dropping Donnarumma, even though he caught a penalty. I felt like it was a poor penalty, so he didn't really do anything special. Poor. You will be figuring out whether you made the right call or not. But I understand from a footballing perspective why you want to move Donnarumma on, and continue to build using your strategy. But honestly speaking, um, I really thought Spurs had it, man. I really thought they had it. Really? You had one job. Ah, let us dance on the grave of our London rivals that wear red now. You had one job. You have to go and mess it up. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about the game. Drop your comments. Do you think PSG deserved it? Do you think Spurs were Spursy? I think you agree with me that Spurs are Spursy. I honestly, I can banter Spurs for from now to eternity, and I don't have motivation because there's no Spurs friend or fan that I really know like that. So they are just what they are. But yeah, PSG, y'all better y'all better sharpen up because everybody is watching. Everybody is watching. Hmm? Hmm? Everybody's watching. We know how to handle you. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are. Drop your comments, drop a like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell to be notified when contests like this drop again. And catch y'all later. Peace, guys. Deuces.